What's going on, everyone? Dill here with CrawlHaus, and I'm installing this Rubicon chop kit from Infinite Offroad. This video is sponsored by Infinite Offroad, so I wanted to thank them for sending me this kit to test and film. Let's jump into this install. After you get the whole fender off, you can see that there's two body mounts here and a bunch of the holes that the clips of the fender went into. I have a couple bolts here for the inner fender. Yours will not look the same for this. This is a different piece. There's going to be a couple body mounts here also that held the fender. I went ahead and cut these straight off. I would probably do a better job in the future by cutting them farther up, but with the time I had in the past when I did it, I just cut them here. Here's the chop kit itself. Super simple. 4 bolts here. I would recommend taking these out and maybe putting some Loctite. There is some road vibration that the front end gets a lot that some of the other parts of the Jeep wouldn't. I really do like the way that this one looks. It's got a really simple, like, just lens here with 2 pieces of metal on the top and the bottom, including the really sturdy bracket on the side. So the first thing we're going to do is make sure that these body mounts are accessible, and once they are, we're going to take the passenger or the driver's side chop kit and we're going to line it up. So as you can see, it lines up very nicely. It goes perfectly on those mounts, and all you have to do is bolt it in. Here's the other side so you can see how nicely this lays on the body mounts. Using that supplied hardware, I am going to throw this chop kit up on here now. I'm going to put the bolt down through a washer with the chop kit, and then I'm going to put a washer on the bottom side, and then I'm going to put the nut on. Now the next step after you've put the 2 bolts in just to hold it is to make sure that you don't tighten it. Put the fender back on if you haven't and check for fitment. This is also what the inside of your fender should look like. Get a Dremel or a cutter and you can sand down the edges after you're finished. After you get the fender lined up, this should be exactly what it looks like. It'll tuck right in there so nicely. The gap is so clean. It matches perfectly with the underside of it, keeps a nice clean OEM look. Very happy with this product. Look how that just pulls itself right into the right spot as I tighten it. This could not have been a cleaner install. Moving over to the driver's side, you can see everything does look the same. So we're going to do the same method as the passenger side. We're going to tighten it up till it gets just enough so we can move it around, and then we're going to throw the fender on and get it adjusted in. Another thing I really appreciated about this company was they sent this piece here that allows you to get the fender attached to the chop kit without putting a hole through the fender. That's the biggest difference here, is I can actually remove this if I want and just throw another strip of 3M on it and not worry about it. Once I drill in this, no patching that. If you watch closely here, you'll see the chop kit pull itself into place, fitting perfectly. Everything lines up super nicely on both sides of this Jeep. The chop kit honestly couldn't be better. I think it does everything it needs to do, and there was minimal cutting that I had to do to the fenders to make it work.